Hey, welcome to McNaught Cadillac Buick GMC. This is Riley here, and I'd like to show you our 2017 Cadillac ATS Luxury all-wheel drive. This is a great used Cadillac that just came into us on trade with plenty of factory warranty left because it's a 2017. Now we're going to dive into all its features and technical specifications in just a moment here, starting off with the 18-inch polished aluminum wheels. Absolutely stunning on this car. You do have the Cadillac branded Brembo brake calipers on there as well. So great stopping power in this sedan. On the front, these are HID headlights. You do have your front parking sensors located there as well, and that beautiful redesigned Cadillac emblem. Now the engine in this vehicle is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that's going to be matched up with an 8-speed automatic transmission, giving you great highway fuel economy and plenty of performance when you need it the most. In fact, this vehicle could do 0 to 100 in just under 6 seconds, so pretty impressive stuff here from an all-wheel drive car. On the mirror caps, you do have your turning signal indicators, as well as proximity locks are featured on all 4 door handles, meaning if you press the button, you're able to lock and unlock the doors as long as the key is in your pocket. Now the color on this vehicle is Phantom Gray Metallic, probably one of my favorite colors in the ATS lineup. And here on the back, LED taillights, dual exhaust system, and once again more parking sensors, which we're going to touch on the inside. Now last but not least, before we hop on in, I'm going to show you the key fob. You get 2 sets of keys with your Cadillac. To use the remote start feature, just hit the lock button once and then hold down remote start, and your vehicle is going to start right up. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the ATS. This is the jet black leather interior. Very nice, comfortable materials throughout the cabin. Offset stitching, soft touch leather. Very comfortable vehicle to be in. Nice aluminum insert here as well. Now on the driver's side, you are going to find your memory seat settings for 2. You do have your door locks, your power adjustable side view mirrors, and your automatic 1 touch down windows. I also want to point out down here, you are going to find that Bose badge. This is equipped with a 10-speaker Bose premium audio system. Probably some of the best speakers you're going to find in a vehicle today. You also have your trunk release button down there below. Now as we take a peek just below the driver's seat, you are going to find your 8-way power adjustable controls with lumbar support. And located just behind the steering wheel is your interior brightness and your parking sensor toggle, which you could turn on and off if you don't want to have those parking sensors alerting you. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and taken a seat inside the ATS. First thing we're going to do is take a look at the odometer. You've got 27,025 kilometers on this vehicle. Still plenty of factory warranty left, and this is also Cadillac certified. That's a new warranty offered by the manufacturer, so you definitely want to consider that when looking at some of our used vehicles. Leather wrapped steering wheel. To the left, you're going to find your cruise control bar in the center. You have your hands-free call buttons to make Bluetooth phone calls from the go. And you also have a heated steering wheel, of course, with the little LED light that's going to let you know when that's turned on. Now moving around to the right-hand side, you have your audio, volume up and down. You have your tune buttons, and then you have your 5-point command center, which is going to configure that center LCD display you have on the front dash. So we're going to briefly scroll through some of the info you could display on there, and all 3 screens are actually configurable. So if you want to put your turbo boost on one side and then have your radio info in the center, and then have a speedometer over here on the right hand side, that is not a problem at all. You could basically configure this however you'd like, and it's a really handy system to have. Alright, now we're going to take a good look at the 8-inch touchscreen. This is the Cadillac CUE system, totally redesigned in 2016, so this is a brand new interface, a lot more responsive than some of the previous CUE system generations. Now XM radio comes standard for 3 months when you buy this car, but you've also got easy access to AM and FM if that's what you like. Media connectivity options include Bluetooth for your cell phone, USB and auxiliary ports, so you could basically plug in whatever you want and play your music from there. It's going to sound great on those Bose speakers. Once again, phone pairing, that's not a problem. Projection is going to work with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so this is compatible with Android and Apple phones. And once again, full navigation here, and great and easy to use in this car. Climate controls are accessible from the touchscreen, but you've also got the manual buttons located down below, but the option is yours. Last but not least, you have all your vehicle settings and your SMS texting, as well as live traffic alerts straight from the system. So really cool and functional infotainment. Now, moving on below, you are going to find your touch capacitive climate control buttons. So these aren't physical buttons, but rather they're sensors that are going to give you some vibration feedback when you click them. So of course you're able to control your dual zone climate as well as your heated seats for both fronts. Now, a cool feature I want to point out here in the ATS is the hidden storage compartment. If you rest your finger just under the sensor, this little compartment is going to open up, revealing a charging mat, which works with the new iPhone 8 or other Android compatible phones. You also have a USB charge outlet in there if you want to keep your phone hidden and charged up during the day. A little bit lower, you're going to find some storage as well as a charge outlet. And your gear selector, putting the vehicle into reverse, is going to activate your backup camera with trajectory. So the lines are going to turn to guide you as you park. Now, as I mentioned before, you do have parking sensors in the front and rear, which are also going to guide you while you're parking in tight spaces. You do have a manual shift mode in this vehicle as well for added control. And just below the shift knob, you're going to find your traction control, your auto start stop function, which is going to stop the vehicle at a red light to save you on gas, as well as your drive mode selector. Now, you got 3 modes in the ATS. You have Tour, Sport, and Snow. Now, the Sport mode is going to stiffen up the suspension a little bit and change the transmission settings, which is going to give you better performance on the track. Opening up the center armrest, you are going to find your USB ports and auxiliary hookup down below. Alright, now we're going to head on up just a bit where you're going to find your OnStar buttons. You have your interior dome lights as well as your slide and tilt sunroof controls. Last but not least, you do have the 3 programmable garage door transmitters. Now check out this sunroof you've got in the ATS. Like I said, slide and tilt, so that's going to be awesome for the nice hot summer days like today. Now let's take a quick peek into the back seating area of the ATS. Same great materials on the door panel and nice jet black leather interior. Now, leg space back here is a little bit cramped, but you've still got enough room for those 3 passengers if you need to. Now, if you're looking for more space in the rear seat, you might want to look at the CTS model, which we do have in stock. Charge outlets back here, including a 120 volt wall outlet. If you want to plug in your laptop, that's going to work great. And last but not least, you do have a nice little leather armrest with some storage located inside. And once again, easy access to the rear trunk. If you've got a duffel bag back there on a long road trip, then you've got easy access to the trunk without having to park the car and get out. Now we're going to take a good look into the trunk space of the ATS. Once again, LED light bar, which doubles as a spoiler. That's a nice touch. You have that 2.0T badge, which stands for turbo. Now, getting into the trunk couldn't be any easier. You just press the button under the handle, or you've got a button on your key fob, which is going to open it up as well. Trunk space in the ATS is perfect for this size car. You've got enough room for your golf clubs, for a suitcase, or whatever else you may need. The seats do fold down flat if you need longer space for some longer items. As well, you have nice hidden storage space located down below. Now, I am going to point out, however, you do not have a spare tire in the ATS. Those OnStar buttons that I showed you before are going to call roadside assistance if you do encounter a flat, but you've also got run flat tires on here, so you should be good to get to the nearest repair center if you do have a flat tire. Now let's take one more good look at the ATS. All the wheels are in nice condition still. So overall, if you're looking for a nice little sporty sedan for the summertime, I could not recommend a nicer vehicle. Like I said, this is a 2017, so you could expect the same great warranty, remainder of the factory warranty on this vehicle. So it's essentially brand new. Now, if you want to come take a look at it for yourself or even go on a test drive, just give us a call or visit us at 1717 Waverly Street. Our sales professionals are going to help you out for sure.